don't you start by giving us your name?
My name is Ann Konn, and I go by Recycled Kon-cepts, L.A. Konn Artist. And how I got started doing all this was I had an old bird cage, and first I had a little antique shop, and we were getting ready to leave Oregon and come to the California, back to good old California, sunny California. Anyway, I had an old bird cage, and my husband said, "Get that bird cage. I'm going to take it to the dump, so get the bird cage out of here. If you don't take it out of here, it's going to go directly to the dump." So by the time I turned my back around, my husband started jumping on the bird cage, and he jumped on it to condense it, to make it real small, cheapskate, to take it to the dump. And when he did that, I said, "Oh, there's a basket of birds. Nobody bought my birds, my ceramic birds." So anyway, when they didn't buy the birds, there were spikes sitting up in the bird cage. So I took a bird, I put him here, I put one there, I put an old mirror in the center of the bird cage, and I put it back into the shop, getting ready to come back to California. So anyway, when I did that, a lady comes to me in the shop and she says, "How much is your bird sculpture?" I said, "What bird sculpture?" And so when I said, "What bird sculpture?" I said, "Oh, that bird sculpture, $275. She says, "I'll take it." So that's how I got started. So then when my husband comes in to pick me up, he said, "You sold that piece of junk?" I said, "I sold that junk." I said, "Start jumping on another cage, buddy." And he started, and so ever since he's been jumping on bird cage, and that's how I got started with all of my junk sculptures.
Okay.
And this is an old car part art, you know.
And tell us about this one.
Well,
let me see if I can get far enough.
This was my old springs. I had my old bed springs. I am an antique now. And so anyway, he cut the bed springs in 4s, and then I had more birds, since birds are in my mind, and I started selling bird cages. And so then I made this, called this bedding down. How appropriate, from an old bed spring.
How about the horse?
And the horse is an old cooler, air conditioner cooler. That
amazing.
Yeah, it's just an old air conditioner cooler, and the rest is history. Now it's a piece of art. And this is called Not Cage Free.
See if I can get
Not
the light
Cage Free
behind it. It's got all the other stuff you can hardly see.
That's Not Cage Free. And
now, do you make the ceramic too, or
no? The ceramic I just pick up here and there, and then I just put it together. You know, voila.
What's this one?
That's another little chicken art, bedding down. I mean, not bedding down, but they are bedding down. But it's recycled. What do you call these? Recycled
bed springs?
Yeah, bed springs. And yeah.
What about this little guy up here?
Oh yeah, this is called True Beauty Lies Within. I have a message behind all of my art. True beauty lies within. So take a good look. And it's a planter, vintage planters, a pair of I believe they are. What kind of a bird is this?
I'm not sure.
A macaw. These are macaws, and it's all recycled in old barbed wire, old glass beads, all glass beads from the 40s and 50s, glass grapes, crystal grapes, and truly a fine work of art, if I don't mind saying so myself.
No, that's not. And you make the jewelry too?
A few pieces of jewelry, yeah, not this one.
Well, that's interesting.
Yes, and then these are all potato mashers over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these are all potato mashers. And so if you can't mash the potatoes, start recreating. If you don't cook, then do something creative.
Let me see if I can.
Little bear.
Yeah. It's hard to get the hanging things here just because they have no background.
And this is the dog.
I have to get the cat. I like cats.